like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. And we'll give you this barbershop quartet who'll sing the name of the perfect hire.
Vince Lundy.
Vince Lundy.
Vince Lundy. Vince Lundy.
Okay, there's no quartet, but skills tests, that's for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
Gordy Stenton delivers to the plate. This pitch is going to be lined into right field for an RBI single by Alex Gordy. That's going to score 1. Will it score 2? Yes, it will.
Y101 Sports now brings you the play-by-play of Toombs County High School Bulldog Baseball. Today's game is being brought to you in part by
Wiggins Health Associates in Vidalia. Geiger Insurance and Taxes in line. Toombs Auto Parts in line. Your Napa dealer. Heritage Ag Supply in line. The Sandwich Shop in Vidalia. Griffey Galaxy Food Store in line. Southeastern Tech in Vidalia. Gordy Enterprises in line. Zaxby's in Vidalia for indescribably good chicken. First Franklin in Vidalia. Reedy Creek Meat Company, 204 Washington Street in Vidalia. Rivers Heating and Air in Vidalia. Harold and Lucretia Nobles in line. Stevens Truck Center, Highway 1 South in line. All Care Pharmacy in line. And Tarland and Timber, Highway 1 South in line.
the pregame show is next.
Welcome to the Bulldog pregame show here on Y101. The Toombs County High School Bulldog baseball team had a doubleheader on Saturday versus the Telfair County Trojans, originally scheduled to be in McRae, but due to the amount of water that the McRae baseball field took, it was moved to Jackie Jones Field. The Toombs County Bulldog baseball team entered those 2 games with a record of 1-4, while the Telfair County Trojans entered with a record of 2-1. The Bulldogs lost game 1 5-2 and fell short in the 8th inning to the Trojans in the second game 7-6. And their record fell to 1-6 as the Trojans' record improved to 4-1 on the overall season. In the first inning, the Toombs County High School Bulldog baseball team did something that they haven't been doing a lot this season, and that was jumping on the team early. Toombs County scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Leadoff man Chandler Lynn reached on a walk. Cody Cortez was hit by a pitch to put runners on first and second. And then the number 3 guy in the lineup, Grace Stevens, had an RBI single to drive in Chandler Lynn. Will Watts, the DH, grounded into a fielder's choice, putting Cody Cortez out at third base. And Trey Cloud reached on a base hit. Alex Gordy was hit by a pitch, and Bryson Stanley had a sacrifice fly out to the right fielder, Jude King. But during his fly out, 1 run tagged and made the Bulldog lead 2-0, and senior Trey Cloud was caught in a rundown and tagged out at second base. The game remained 2-0 until the top of the 4th inning, when the Telfair County Trojans scored a run, and it was on an RBI double by left fielder Noah Harrelson. To start that inning, Trey Blankenship struck out. Jared Dobson reached on a walk, and Jonathan Rogers flew out to second baseman Alex Gordy. But Noah Harrelson ripped a long shot out to the outfield, which scored Jared Dobson, and Noah Harrelson had an RBI double. Toombs County lead was cut to 2-1. And then in the top of the 5th inning, the Trojans scored 3 runs to take the lead. The 5th inning was a busy one for them at the plate. It started with Russ Ray, the catcher, who grounded out to third baseman Bryson Stanley. Jalen Clemens flew out to second baseman Alex Gordy. And to the top of the lineup we went, where we had back-to-back-to-back-to-back base hits. Trey Best, the center fielder, reached on a base hit. Jude King, the right fielder, reached on a base hit. And Trey Blankenship had a 2-run RBI double. And that put the Trojans up 3-2. And then Jared Dobson had an RBI single, and that put them up 4-2. The Trojans were now leading 4-2 after 5 innings. The Trojans didn't score another run until the top of the 7th, where Jude King walked, Trey Blankenship flew out to the right fielder, Jared Dobson walked, Jonathan Rogers had a double, and Noah Harrelson had an RBI single, but there was an out at the plate. But that's how they scored their final run of the game, and Toombs County was unable to answer in the bottom of the 7th inning, thus losing 5-2 to the Telfair County Trojans in Game 1 of 2 on Saturday at Jackie Jones. Senior Trey Cloud had the best time at the plate in Game 1 for the Bulldogs. He went 2 for 3 with a walk. On the mound, Logan Knight pitched 5 complete innings, allowing 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. He had 1 walk and 4 Ks. Trey Cloud came in relief, pitching 2 innings. He had allowed 3 hits. He had 1 run scored, which was unearned, and he gave up 3 walks and no strikeouts. Moving to game 2, the Bulldogs did the same thing in game 2 as they did in game 1. They jumped on the other team early, scoring 1 run in the bottom of the first inning. Leadoff man Chandler Lynn walked. Gray Stevens had a backwards case hit. Will Watts had a sacrifice fly, which Chandler Lynn scored on. And to end the bottom of the first, Logan Knight grounded out to the shortstop. The Bulldogs didn't score another run until the 4th. But the Trojans scored 3 in the top of the second. That inning started out leaning towards favoring the Bulldogs. Landon Connell had a strikeout. Russ Ray reached on an error by second baseman Alex Gordy. Jalen Clemens hit a fluke to center, in which Chandler Lynn threw into second to get an out there. So with 2 down, the Trojans rallied with 2 in the top of the second on an RBI double by Trey Best, which scored a run, making the game 1-all. Jude King had an RBI single, which 2 runs scored, making it 3-0. And then Trey Blankenship reached on a base hit. Jared Dobson reached on an error by shortstop Cody Cortez, and Jonathan Rogers to end the inning flew out to Bryson Stanley at third. Telfair leading 3-1 after an inning and a half of baseball in game 2 at Jackie Jones Field. In the 4th inning, both teams scored 1 run. In the top of the 4th, Telfair scored 1, and in the bottom of the 4th, Toombs County scored 1. Logan Knight grounded out to the pitcher. Alex Gordy lined out to the second baseman. Chase Musselman reached on an error by left fielder Noah Harrelson. Bryson Stanley reached on an error by shortstop Jalen Clemens, and on that, Chase Musselman scored. Jason Dukes grounded out to the pitcher in a fielder's choice to end the inning. At this point, Telfair's leading Toombs County 4-2. No one scored any runs in the 5th, but in the top of the 6th, Telfair County scored 2 runs on a 2-run RBI single by Jarrett Dobson. And in the bottom of the 6th, the Bulldogs scored a run. The Bulldogs scored their run on an RBI single by DH Gray Stevens. To start that inning, Alex Gordy reached on an error by the shortstop. Chase Musselman grounded out to the first baseman in a fielder's choice. Alex Gordy reached on an error by the shortstop. Chase Musselman grounded into a fielder's choice, putting Gordy out at second. Bryson Stanley was hit by a pitch, and so was Jason Dukes. So there are runners on first, second, and third. Chandler Lynn grounded into a fielder's choice, which put Musselman out at the plate, and Gray Stevens had an RBI single to give the Bulldogs a run. Trey Cloud flew out to center fielder Trey Best. At this point in the game, the Bulldogs were losing 6-3. The Bulldogs rallied in the bottom of the 7th inning, scoring 3 runs. Will Watts started off the bottom of that inning with a base hit. Logan Knight flew out to center fielder Trey Best. Alex Gordy reached on a base hit. Chase Musselman grounded into a fielder's choice, which a run was scored. One of the 3 the Bulldogs scored in the bottom of the 7th. Bryson Stanley reached on a walk. Jason Dukes walked, and Chandler Lynn had a 2-run RBI single, which gave the Bulldogs 2 of the 3 they scored in the bottom of that inning. And to end the inning, Gray Stevens had a strikeout. So to extra innings for the 3rd time this season, the Bulldogs went. The top of the 8th, the Telfair County Trojans scored 1 run, and that put them ahead of the Bulldogs on an RBI double by Jonathan Rogers. To end the game, the Bulldogs had 3 Ks. 2 swinging and 1 looking. And the Bulldogs fell short to the Telfair County Trojans in game 2, 7-6, making their record 1-6 on the overall season, and the Trojans improved to 4-1. Here's head coach with a look at Saturday's games, Derek James.
Well, Coach, a long day of baseball, a lot of good and a lot of bad. What was your take on today's pair of games?
We knew what we were facing. Like I said, Telfair's a good bunch. They're one of the better teams in single A, and we felt like they were probably going to out-hit us when we got to the park, and that's exactly what they did. I thought our kids battled for some parts today, but I'd be honest with you, very disappointed, not necessarily in the scoreboard, but just our overall mental toughness throughout the day. And that's where we got to get better. And that all, I just told him that all falls on me. I'm the one that makes practice schedules. We're not where we need to be in that department. When it's all said and done, that falls back on my desk, and we'll go back to work with that on Monday.
And I sound like a broken record, but it seems like your team still struggles with the same problem. It's putting runners on second and third and then being unable to score them. What's going on there?
When you get against good pitchers, they get runners on second and third, they're going to buckle down. They're going to do a good job. And when it's all said and done, we're not doing a good job letting the ball in, letting the ball travel. Way too many weak ground balls to the left side of the infield and too many pop-ups to the right side of the field.
One more week before region play begins. What's your outlook going into the last week of non-region play?
Last thing is, like I said, finish up our arms. Find out who our guys are. I thought our guys threw well today. It's tough to pitch when you got 5 errors, in the first 2 innings behind you. And like I said, very disappointed out with the infield today. But overall, we feel comfortable our first 3. And then we're going to build up the next 2. And then, like I said, especially the young guys we threw that second game, we're looking for big things out of them down the road.
Today, the Toombs County High School Bulldog baseball team will be down in Tattnall County for a varsity game and a junior varsity game. If you can't make it, you can catch it right here on Y101 in a few minutes. But reverting back to the opening game of the 2020 season when the Bulldogs fell short to Tattnall County 1-0 in extra innings. Chase Musselman pitched that game for the Dogs. He pitched 6 complete innings, allowing 2 hits. He had 4 walks and 6 Ks. Trey Cloud came in relief. He had 2 innings pitched. He allowed 4 hits, 1 run, which was earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Caleb Kennedy pitched for the Tattnall County Warriors. He had 4 innings pitched. He didn't give up a hit to the Dogs or a run. He had 1 walk and 9 Bulldog strikeouts. Ethan DeLoach came in and pitched 2 innings. He allowed a hit, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. Leggett came in and pitched 2 innings, and he only allowed 2 walks and 1 K. In that game, the Bulldogs only had 1 hit, and it was by freshman Will Watts. It's time to go to Tattnall County with the first pitch between the Warriors and the Bulldogs, right here on your home, the Bulldogs, Y101.
Tar Land and Timber Incorporated is the first place you should look when you have the need of timber harvesting. Tommy Rollins, owner of Tar Land and Timber Incorporated, has more than 35 years experience in timber harvesting and land management. Tommy offers you top prices for all pine and hardwood timber, including poles, logs, chip and saw, and pulpwood. Give them a call at 565-8850 or visit the location at 9505 Highway number 1 south of Lyons. Tommy Rollins, owner of Tar Land and Timber Incorporated, proud to serve the people of Toombs County and the surrounding area with the best prices and most professional timber harvesting job.
Darrell and Lucretia Nobles are proud supporters of the Toombs County High School baseball team, and a reminder that the next blood drive will be Monday, April the 6th from 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. at the Callaway Center in Lyons. And go Dog! Reedy Creek Meat Company, located at 204 Washington Street in Vidalia, has fresh farm Georgia-grown beef. Nothing never frozen, dry aged with no nitrates. Or get the 20-pound box, mix or match meat of your choice. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 6 and Saturdays 9 to 3. That's Reedy Creek Meat Company at 204 Washington Street in Vidalia. Or give them a call at 912-386-4625.
If you're tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month for prescription refills, All Care Pharmacy can help. With our Care Plus program, we contact your doctor for refills. We fill all of your regular monthly medications at one time and package them by dose. This way, you only have to make one trip to the pharmacy to pick up your medications. Call All Care Pharmacy at 912-524-0100 for more information about this free service.
Well, it's tax time, and Geiger Insurance and Tax Service at 114 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons can handle all your tax needs along with free quotes on your insurance. Nell Geiger can prepare your taxes and they also do electronic filing. Give Geiger Tax and Insurance a call and find out how easy your tax preparation can be. Get ready to write this number down, 526-4220.
Hablamos español.
Jerry Marcel again. Y101 had a contest going to be the greatest station in the United States, and they had answered all the questions correctly, and this was the last question, and it was Tone's turn to answer it, and the question was, name the 4 seasons. And Tone thought a minute, and he said, that's easy. Salt, pepper, mustard, and vinegar.
It's here story brought to you by them good old Wiggins boys up there at 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. When your head is hurting, or you got a cold, or your blood pressure's up, or you just feel sick, go by and see Brother Mike, the nurse practitioner, at 537-2530. Or if your foot's are hurting, or you got an ingrown toenail, or you just can't hardly walk, go by and see Brother Mark, the foot doctor, at 537-2559. They might even sing to you or tell you a joke. That's Wiggins Associates, 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. They'll take care of you from head to toe. Thank you.
Now the voice of Toombs County Baseball, the youngest, brightest, and best sports announcer, Bryce Brady.
Welcome to Tattnall County here on Y101 as the Dogs are in another non-region game versus the Tattnall County Warriors. Of course, they're a AAA team, and the Bulldogs are AA. They're about to do the national anthem, and the weather right now is great. So if you can make it over to Tattnall County High School, the field's right next to the high school, you'll be okay. The weather seems to be clearing up, but I'm going to have to send it back to the station as they are getting ready to do the national anthem here on Y101.
Check out these great deals going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts, your Napa dealer in lines, like 8-foot battery booster cables, $8.99, or 10-foot battery booster cables, $14.99. Max Premium starting fluid, $1.99. Chevron Delo 400 SDE HD diesel motor oil, $12.99 a gallon. 2.5 gallon of diesel DEF, $9.99. 20-piece SAE metric 12-point socket set, 3/8 drive for $29.99. There's some more great savings going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts, your Napa dealer in lines, and we hope to see you there.
The Sandwich Shop, located at 213 Green Street in Vidalia, has all your fresh homemade sandwiches. Amy and the gang can fix you a sandwich with over 20 different varieties of sandwiches, from the common BLT to a Philly steak and cheese. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Give them a call at 537-9263. Hope to see you there.
Need a loan? You're always on the winning team with First Franklin. Come see the friendly Franklin folks in Vidalia or apply online at www.oneffc.com. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Check out the great deals going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your 3-4 Galaxy food store lines, like Lee smoked bacon ends and pieces, $9.98. 24-ounce Del Monte ketchup, 78 cents. Austin peanut butter crackers, 5 for $5. 8-pack of High C fruit drinks, 5 for $5. Lady stacked potato crisp, 67 cents. There's some more great savings going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your 3-4 Galaxy food store lines, and we hope to see you there.
And welcome back to Tattnall County here on Y101. The Toombs County High School Bulldog baseball team facing off versus the Tattnall County Warriors in a non-region matchup here in Tattnall County. The Bulldogs are the visiting team today, and let me go ahead and give you their lineups. Batting first, playing center field, will be Chandler Lynn. Following him will be Chase Musselman, who will be playing left. Alex Gordy will be batting in the number 3 hole, and he will be playing second. Gray Stevens will be cleanup, playing first base. Trey Cloud will be the pitcher today for your Bulldogs. Will Watts will be batting 6th, playing in right. Jason Dukes will be catching, batting 7th. Bryson Stanley will be playing 3rd, batting 8th. And Cody Cortez will be batting last, playing in short. Bear with me today. The music is very loud here at Tattnall County High School, and the speakers are pointed directly at where I'm sitting. I didn't really take that into consideration. On the mound today for the Tattnall County Warriors is Ethan Deloach. Behind the plate is Aiden Willis. Playing first is Connor Durance. Playing second is Parker Tatum. Playing short, Brent Leggett. And playing third is Nick McCall. Playing left will be Tay Black. Caleb Kennedy will be in center. And Kirkland Purcell will be in right. And it looks like we're ready to go. The Bulldogs are 1-6 on the season, and they are looking for a win. I was trying to get up the stats for Tattnall County High School, but there's not that much service here where we are located today, so I do apologize for that. But Chandler Lynn will be leading off for the Bulldogs. Of course, Chandler Lynn is a left-handed hitter. The Bulldogs are in the first base dugout today, and the Warriors are occupying the third base dugout. Chandler Lynn stepping in. He bats from the left-hand side, wearing number 3. The first pitch from Deloach is going to be high for ball 1. Chandler Lynn in Saturday's game went 1 for 4 with 5 walks and an RBI. Overall in the season, Chandler Lynn is 2 for 9. Of course, only playing in 3 games this season so far after returning from a wrestling season, a fantastic wrestling season at that. The 1-0 is in for a strike to make the count even at 1 on Lynn. Chandler Lynn, a junior, 1 of 5. Here's the 1-1. Nice pitch, off-speed pitch, missing inside to Lynn to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Lynn stepping back in. Deloach working from the windup. Coming set. And here's the 2-1. Missing way off the plate. That'll make it 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, pitching today for Toombs County will be senior Trey Cloud. Here's the 3-1. And that's missing high, and Chandler Lynn's going to reach on a walk. Now, I know Chandler Lynn just came in just the other day in the Coffee County game down in Coffee County, but Chandler Lynn already has 6 walks, counting this one right here, who may or may not be leading the team in walks. Up to bat now will be Chase Musselman. Musselman in Saturday's games went 0 for 6, which makes his overall batting 1 for 22. Musselman bats from the right-hand side. Deloach coming set, working from the stretch, showing bunts. Going to bunt this down to third baseman Nick McCall. McCall fields it and fires to first. Chase Musselman is saved. Musselman reaching on a base hit there and pushing Chandler Lynn down to second. So that'll bring up second baseman Alex Gordy. Gordy in Saturday's games went 1 for 5 with 1 walk, which pushes his overall batting to 6 for 17 on the season. And going into Saturday's games, Alex Gordy was leading the team at the plate. Gordy batting from the right-hand side. Where's number 8? And he'll be playing second base Bulldogs today. Lynn with his lead at second. Deloach working the stretch. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Gordy going to show bunt but pull back. And that ball is missing for ball 1. Alex Gordy stepping back in. You know, Chandler Lynn is fast, and Chase Musselman is not too bad himself. Of course, beating out a bunt just in the first part of this game. Next pitch to Gordy, missing high to make it 2 balls and no strikes. So with fast people on the bases, the Bulldogs looking to score some runs here. As I said, their record is 1-6 on the season, so they're looking to win a few games, improve that record. Here's the 2-0 to Gordy. He's showing bunt again. He's going to bunt it foul behind home plate for strike 1. On deck, batting in the cleanup spot, will be junior Gray Stevens. Leggett pitched in that game. Toombs County played Tattnall County to start off the 2020 season. He came in relief of Caleb Kennedy. And Deloach pitched 2 innings. He allowed 1 hit, and that was by Will Watts, and had 1 walk and 4 Bulldog strikeouts. Here's the 2-1. And that'll be high and missing to make it 3 balls and 1 strike on Gordy. Originally, the junior varsity game was supposed to be before this game, but on the account of the weather, I guess they're getting in the varsity game instead. But the junior varsity game will follow immediately after this one. Or I say immediately, it'll probably be a few minutes here or there, give or take. And the 3-1 missing on Gordy, and that's going to load up the bases for the Bulldogs. Now, in Saturday's pair of games, the Bulldogs did something they haven't been doing a lot this season, and that is jumping on the opposing team early. The Bulldogs scored 2 runs to start off game 2 in the bottom, or game 1 in the bottom of that inning, and in game 2 they scored 1 run. Stevens is a powerful hitter. Here's the pitch from Deloach, missing just under the knee for ball 1. Third base coach's box will be head coach Derek James. Over at first, be assistant coach Patrick Kraft. Here's the 1-0. And that's going to be in for a strike on the inside edge. Stevens, a right-handed hitter, and that'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Not to be confused with former Bulldog Martin Stevens, who was the lefty all the way around, played first base and pitched. Here's the 1-1. Stevens knocking this one foul. And that'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes on the right-handed cleanup hitter for the Bulldogs. Now, as I kept stressing, and I keep stressing, the Bulldogs' number 1 killer in these games that they're losing is putting runners in scoring position and then being unable to score them. Hopefully they make some changes to that today. Here's the 1-2 to Stevens. He hits this off-speed pitch in the 5-6 hole for a base hit. It's going to score 1. Musselman being held up at third, and the Bulldogs jump on top of the Battle Creek Warriors 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Stevens having an RBI single, and that brings up Trey Cloud. Cloud in Saturday's games went 3 for 8 with a walk. Overall this season, he is 7 for 24. And, of course, these aren't the official stats. The official stats can be found on Max Preps, which is being kept by Matt Lynn. First pitch to Cloud is missing for ball 1. Cloud is a left-handed hitter, a true lefty. He also throws from the left-hand side. Deloach going to send this one high to the third to center fielder Caleb Kennedy. Kennedy coming in, making the catch. Musselman's going to attack. Throw. It's going to be cut off by the first baseman. And it looks like Musselman scores, so Trey scoring a run there on a sacrifice fly. And the Bulldogs are now up 2-0. One down, the freshman Will Watts is playing right field today. In Saturday's games, Watts went 1 for 8, which makes his record 4 for 21 on the season. Deloach coming set, working from the stretch, right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch to Watts. It's going to be on the outside edge for a strike. Going to throw back to first. Gray Stevens slides back safely. 0-1 on Watts. Deloach comes back onto the mound. Bulldogs leading 2-0. 1 down, top of the first. Here's the 1-0. Watts swinging at a high ball, fouling it off, coming back, hitting the umpire right in the shoulder. And that'll be strike 1. Umpire shaking that one off. You know, they have the chest protectors on back there, but that foul ball hitting him where there was no chest protector. There will be a bruise there tomorrow. Yeah, 0-2 on Watts, which is what I thought. Scoreboard had that one wrong. Watts stepping in. Deloach coming onto the hill, and the umpire still shaking it off. Ethan Deloach is working from the stretch. He's going to receive the sign from catcher Aiden Willis. He's going to come set and deliver. That ball missing low to make it 1 ball and 2 strikes on Watts. Now, there was some rain on the radar, but hopefully none comes here. I'd hate to have to quickly put all this radio equipment up. Here's the 1-2. Watts is going to hit it in the 5-6 hole, and it's going to scoot through for a base hit. Alex Gordy is being held up there at third, and that's a base hit for Will Watts. And that'll load up the bases to bring up sophomore Jason Dukes. Jason Dukes is catching for the Bulldogs today. In Saturday's games, Dukes went 0 for 5 with a walk. I know he was hit by a pitch a couple of times in Saturday's games. Him and Bryson Stanley. And Stanley is on deck. Bases are loaded for the Bulldogs. Only 1 down. The umpire changing out the balls here for the pitcher, Ethan Deloach. Dukes is stepping in. Of course, batting from the right-hand side. Deloach is now going to work from the windup. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Dukes gets a hold of this one, sends it foul, out of play for strike 1. Bulldogs currently leading the Battle Creek Warriors 2-0. The first inning. Pretend I didn't just feel that raindrop. And here's the 0-1. A breaking ball, hitting, getting by the catcher, and Alex Gordy is going to score easily. And Gray Stevens and Will Watts get down to second and third. Oh no. Bulldogs now on top 3-0, and it's starting to rain. Duke steps back in. Here's the 1-2, and that ball's hitting in the dirt. Gray Stevens not going to go, going to retreat back. And if it's just misting like this, we should be fine. Got an umbrella. Probably going to have to put that up in a second. Deloach coming set and delivers a 2-2, and it sells high. I don't think that count on the scoreboard's right, and I haven't really been keeping it. And that puts Dukes down to first. With one down, and it loads up the bases.
Number 2, Bryson Stanley.
So that'll bring up sophomore Bryson Stanley. On deck is Cody Cortez. Deloach still working from the windup as the bases are still loaded. Here's the pitch to Stanley. Stanley sends this one in the right field, and it looks like the right fielder is not going to be able to get to it. So that's going to score one run easy. And they're waving. Who is that? That is Will Watts. And here's the play at the plate. Will Watts finds it safely. And Bryson Stanley standing on first with a 2-run RBI single to right field. And just like that, the Bulldogs are on top, 6-0. I have 5-0. The scoreboard has 6. See, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have 5. But that'll bring up Cody Cortez, the number 9 guy on the lineup, with one down, runners on first and third. First Cortez is low for ball 1. Yeah, that scoreboard is wrong. But it's in favor of the Bulldogs, so I'm sure no one's going to object, especially on this side. Thank you. Here's the pitch. Cortez gets a hold of this one. He's going to send it out. That's going to be a base hit for the Bulldogs. And it looks like Jason Dukes is going to score. No, that is Dawson Brantley, who was put to run for Jason Dukes. And the Bulldogs are now on top 6-0. An RBI single by Cody Cortez. They were at the top of the order.
Back at the plate. Number 3, Chandler Lynn.
That'll be Chandler Lynn up to bat for the Bulldogs now. In his first at bat, he walked on a 3-1 count. Any damage to the radio equipment may or may not be taken out of my check. Here's the pitch to Lynn. Lynn going to foul this one off out of play for strike 1. It's not raining bad, but it's still raining. Bulldogs on top of the Warriors, 6-0. That scoreboard is wrong. I'm just saying that little snippet so the fans don't think I'm insane. Because the scoreboard clearly says 7-0, but I'm looking at my scorebook and I have 6-0. Next pitch is going to be fouled out of play. Chandler now finds himself down 0-2 in the count with runners on first and second. Chandler, a left-handed hitter, throws from the right. And he's going to step back in wearing number 3, the leadoff guy. The Bulldogs have already hit through the lineup with lots of base hits. This is a Bulldog baseball team I haven't seen yet, but one that you could definitely get used to. Now, 0-2 on Lynn as Ethan Deloach is still pitching for the Battle Creek Warriors. He's coming set. Bryson Stanley has his lead at second. Cortez has his lead at first. Next pitch, a breaking ball missing. That'll be ball 1. Deloach coming set. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chandler Lynn. Bulldogs leading 6-0. Deloach coming set. Here's the pitch. This ball's going to be popped high up into the air. Looks like it's going to stay on the infield. Second baseman Parker Tatum calling everyone. So with 2 down, that'll bring up Chase Musselman. Musselman having a base hit in his first at bat.
Number
Deloach coming set. Here's the pitch to Musselman. He's going to show bunt and a breaking ball. He doesn't pull back in time, so it's called a strike. They're going to throw down to second. Stanley scoots back safely. So 0-1 on Musselman. Deloach coming back onto the mound. Coming set. And here's the 0-1. It's going to stay high and to make it 1-1. Uh-oh. Deloach coming set. Here's the 1-1 to Musselman. This ball's going to be hit on the ground to third baseman Nick McCall. McCall fields it, fires to first, and it's going to get by the first baseman. So Stanley's being waited around third, and he's going to come home. No throw, and now the Bulldogs are on top 7-0.
Next up, number 8.
2 down. That'll bring up Alex Gordy. Gordy reached on a walk in his first at-bat. I had a device over here recording, and for some reason it shut off in the middle of the inning. Don't know what that's about. Deloach coming set, going to look to the play. The first pitch to Gordy is going to be low for ball 1. Gordy, as I think I just mentioned, reached on a walk in his first at bat. Deloach coming back onto the mound. Cortez. They also have their leads. This ball's going to be hit onto the ground by the shortstop for a base hit for Alex Gordy. Cortez is being waved around third, and he's going to score. And now the Bulldogs are on top 8-0. I still have the Bulldogs as 8-0. Let me go back and check. They scored 1 run on an RBI by Grace Stevens. Trey Cloud had a sac fly. They scored another run. Will Watts had a base hit. I didn't remember a run being scored on that. So so far I have 2. A run scored on Jason Dukes' walk. So let's see, that's 3. A 2-run RBI by Bryson Stanley. That's 5. Run scored by Cody Cortez. Chase Musselman reaching on an error, scored a run. That's 7. And Alex Gordy having an RBI single. That's 8. I could be wrong. I might have missed a run somewhere. Gray Stevens at the mound. 1 ball, no strikes on, or at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes on him. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Make the count 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on Gray Stevens. Deloach coming set, giving a look at Musselman, who has his lead at second. Next pitch is off the plate for ball 2. 2 down. The Bulldogs have hit all the way through their lineup here in the top of the first inning, and they're on their way on their second time through, doing it again, and the rain has returned. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that'll be in for a strike and make it 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gray Stevens. Deloach coming set. And here's the 2-2. Stevens sends it back to Deloach. He fields it and fires to first. And that'll be out number 3. The Bulldogs having a magnificent inning here at the top of the first, scoring 8 runs, or at least that's what I have in my scorecard. If anybody else has it different, then I'll have to ask them where they got the other run. But the Bulldogs leading 8-0 as we break here at the top of the first inning in Tattnall County on 101.
This is TCB Broadcasting, WLYU FM, Lions Vidalia, Y101.
For over 75 combined years, the campuses of Southeastern Technical College have been providing education for the real world. STC Swainsboro and Vidalia locations give students from Glenville to Wrightsville access to local, high-quality training that won't break the bank. From accounting to welding, Southeastern Tech's programs give you the tools to succeed now, whether you've just graduated high school or you're looking to kickstart your career. For more information on enrollment, visit southeasterntech.edu.
Hello, folks. This is Wallace from Gordy Enterprises. You RV trailer and motorhome enthusiasts, if you're going on an extended stay, always have your tires checked to be sure they aren't too old. If you own an RV or a motorhome, you should have your tires replaced every 4 years due to dry rot. This could be the results that you may be able to prevent. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, my mama always said.
Gordy Enterprises, HD Wright Road between Vidalia and Lyons.
Now back with more of Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by the Sandwich Shop on Green Street in Vidalia.
And welcome back. Okay. Bulldogs on top of the Battle Creek Warriors. According to my scorecard, 8-0. I don't know where they got that other run that's on the scoreboard, but I'm going to look back and make sure. Up to bat first for the Warriors will be Brent Leggett, followed by pitcher Ethan DeLoach and lefter Stay Black. Trey Cloud's on the mound for the Bulldogs today. He's pitched a good bit in these non-region games, getting ready for the regular season. And I'm going back to look to make sure I haven't overlooked anything. Okay, that's it. I have no idea where they got that extra run on the scoreboard. Guess we're going to have to go back through and count how many Bulldogs I saw myself that touched home plate. Now, Bulldogs are top, and that's all that matters. Trey Cloud is on the mound for the Bulldogs, as I mentioned earlier. Pitching to leadoff man for the Warriors, Brent Leggett, who's playing shortstop today for the Bulldogs. Cloud pitches from the left-hand side, working from the windup to start, and going to deliver to the plate. And it's missing for ball one on Leggett. One ball and no strikes on the leadoff guy for Tattnall County. Cloud coming set. Here's the 1-0. And that one's sailing way high to make it 2-0. Now the Bulldogs are having to deal with one of the weather elements that happens when you play outdoors, and that is rain, which not only messes up the field and get the ball back and everything else. Next pitch missing to make it 3 balls and no strikes, and the rain's getting harder again. Three balls and no strikes on Leggett, the shortstop. Here's the 3-0. And for a strike at the knee to make it 3 balls. And that'll load up the count. Brent Leggett. Leggett, he's the full count. Leggett's going to pop this one foul out of play for base side or Bulldog dugout. Three balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff guy for Tattnall County. County. Here's the full count. This ball lined out in the left field. Musselman moves over and makes the catch for out number 1. One down to bring up pitcher Ethan DeLoach.
Ethan!
I think what I'm going to do is text Lynn and ask him what he has Bulldogs having, because I have it 8-0, not 9-0. I'm not trying to take away from the Bulldogs. First pitch to DeLoach, missing for ball 1. That was the most spectacular inning they've had all season. Here's the 1-0. Missing for ball 2. That'll make it 2 balls and no strike on Leggett. Cloud coming set, delivering the 2-0. And that ball's going to be poked. Is it going to get down? Will Watts is moving in right field and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down. That'll bring up left fielder Tay Black for the Battle Creek Warriors. He's going to be batting from the left-hand side, wearing number 12. That name doesn't look familiar to me from when the Bulldogs opened up their 2020 season versus the Battle Creek Warriors. Yeah, because he wasn't there, that lineup. Maybe he was wrestling or what have you. Here's the pitch from Cloud. elevated just a bit for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Black, the left fielder. Here's the 1-0, and it's hitting him, and he's going to take his base.
Number 15, Nick McCall.
McCall's going to be batting from the right-hand side. Cloud with a runner at first is going to work from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be on the outside edge for a strike on McCall. Ball returned to Cloud. Here's the pitch. He's going to line this one into shallow right field for a base hit. They're going to. And that'll bring up number 6, Caleb Kennedy, the center fielder for Tattnall County. In the first game of the 2020 season, Caleb Kennedy pitched 4 innings for the Warriors. He allowed 1 walk and had 9 Bulldog strikeouts. Cloud giving a look at his runner. Here's the pitch to the plate. Missing for ball 1. Kennedy is playing center field in today's game. Ethan Deloach is on the mound for the Warriors. Cloud coming set and going to pitch to the plate. Here's 1-0. This is going to be in for a strike. Make the count even at 1. Cloud working from the stretch. Here's the 1-1. Low. Duke's blocking it up. That'll make it 2 balls, 1 strike. Cloud now coming set, working from the stretch. First and third. Here's the 1-2. Is going to be hit a swinging bunt style on the ground to Stanley, but Cloud's going to pick it up, throw to first. It's going to be offline. No play, and the Warriors score a run. I think I'm just going to score this by Caleb Kennedy. That's what the scoreboard's giving him. 2 down, runners at first and second. That'll bring up catcher Aiden Willis. Wearing number 8 and batting from the right-hand side. Runners at first and second. Cloud comes onto the mound. If the scoreboard is skilled enough to keep up with the hits, shouldn't I trust how many runs they've given the Bulldogs? This ball going to be popped up high to right field. Watts is in on the run and makes the catch, and that's going to end the first inning altogether. I still have the Bulldogs leading the Warriors 8-1, but the scoreboard has them at 9-1. I'm going to try to figure out how many they actually have as we go into the top of the second inning here in Tattnall County on Y101.
Zaxby's Caribbean Jerk Chicken is just like a vacation in the tropics, only without the sunburn. Or the dive-bombing seagulls. Or all of that pesky sand.
How did it get in there?
Well, at least it tastes like the tropics. Enjoy our famous chicken tossed in a tropical blend of spicy habanero, fruity mango, and exotic island spices. The Caribbean Jerk boneless wings and the new filet sandwich meal. 2 more reasons you'll get a kick out of Zaxby's.
Heritage Ag Supply has their seed potatoes in now, along with all your garden seed. It's time for lambing your garden, and you can get it in bulk or bag. Don't forget it's time for pre-emergement on your lawn. For your fertilizer or garden needs, make it Heritage Ag Supply at 451 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons, or give them a call at 526-3858, or find us on the web. And we hope to see you there. Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you by Thriftway Galaxy Food Store in Lyons.
Welcome back to Bulldog Baseball here on Y101. Not the best of conditions for baseball. Definitely not the best of conditions to have expensive equipment out in the weather. But, we have to do what we have to do sometimes. The Bulldogs are leading 8-1 in the top of the second inning. And I was correct. It was 8. And I'm very proud of myself because sometimes I use the scoreboard and depend on that to give me my answer. But, I didn't tonight. I was right, and the scoreboard was wrong, and they finally reset the scoreboard. Thank Christ. So that'll bring up Trey Cloud, the pitcher, to bat for Toombs County, as the Bulldogs are leading 8-1, and the biggest lead they've had all season. Cloud in his first at bat had a sac fly, which scored a run. So right now he's 0 for 0 in today's game. Bulldogs leading 8-1 over the Workers. Trey Cloud stepping in back to the left side as he does. He is a lefty. Here's the pitch to Cloud. It's going to be missing for ball one. Still on the mound is Ethan Deloach for the Warriors. Deloach coming set. Here's the 1-0. Cloud's going to send this one high up into the air. Left field side. Left fielder Tay Black moving over and makes the catch for out number one. One down. Going to bring up Bill Myers. Watts had a base hit in the first inning. Bats from the right-hand side. He's stepping in. Playing right field today. Making two catches out there to make two of the three outs in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch missing for ball one. One ball, no strike. Here's the pitch. This one sends to deep center field. Caleb Kennedy backing up and makes the catch. Route number two. It's 355 to dead center. It is left field foul pole, field foul pole. Two down. Going to bring up Jason Dukes. Dukes in his first at bat reached on a walk, and on his walk, a run scored. Dukes batting from the right-hand side. Deloach now working from the windup, coming set. Here's the pitch, and it was high for ball one. Now, on all three of these last batters, the first minutes, here's the 1-0 to Dukes. It's going to be for a strike. He's going to hit it down on the ground for McCall. Third baseman. McCall fields it, fires to first. And Deloach and the Tattnall County Warriors just had a 3-up, 3-down top of the second inning. The Bulldogs are still leading the Warriors 8-1 as we break in a non-region game here in Tattnall County on Y101.
Darrell and Lucretia Nobles are proud supporters of the Toombs County High School baseball team, and a reminder that the next blood drive will be Monday, April the 6th from 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. at the Callaway Center in Lyons. And go Dog!
Keep this number close if you're a big rig diesel operator. It's 526-3118, and it's the only number you'll need when problems with that diesel equipment stops your business in its tracks. Stevens Truck Center on Highway number 1 south of Lyons has the equipment, experienced certified mechanics, and the parts to get you up and running faster and at the lowest cost. We're local. We understand the value of your time and money. Stevens Truck Center, number 1 south of Lyons. Call 526-3118.
Now back with more of Toombs County Baseball, brought to you in part by Rivers Heating and Air and Electric, your local Lennox dealer. Give them a call at 537-8490.
Welcome to Tattnall County. The Bulldogs are leading the Tattnall County. Here's 8-1 here for the first day. And again, the conditions, they were nice to start, and then midway through the top of the fall, just enough to wet everything. Makes it a big day then. So the Bulldogs still for the Tattnall County Warriors is Kirkland Purcell, the right fielder, Connor Durance, the first baseman, and Parker Tatum, the second baseman. They look back to the top of the order. Cloud is on mound for the Bulldogs right now. The first off the bottom of the second is going to be fouled up, out of play. Back behind home plate for strike one. Tattnall County Stadium. One ball, one strike on Purcell, the right fielder. Here's the pitch from Cloud. Missing high to make it 2-1. Cloud working from the wind-up. Here's the 2-1. And that'll be in for a strike to make the count even at 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kirkland Purcell. Cloud coming set. Here's the 2-2. This ball on the ground is short. Still first, and that'll be out number 1. 1 down to bring up first baseman Connor Durrance. Durrance batting from the left-hand side, wearing number 7. Back to game 1 of the 2020 season.
Connor Durrance.
Connor Durrance, I remember that name. He played first in that game. He went 1 for 3 with a sac bunt. Here's the pitch. Missing high for ball 1. On deck with the number 9 hitter, Parker Tatum, who's playing second base today. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off, out of play. To make the count even at 1. He steps back in. 1 ball, 1 strike on Durrance. Here's the 1-1 from Cloud. He's going to be line up the middle and drop in for a base hit. So Durrance reaching on a base hit, and that'll bring up Parker Tatum. Now the scoreboard has Tattnall County with 4 hits. I have Tattnall County with 3 hits. And for the first time almost in my entire life, I'm going to trust what I have over the scoreboard, considering the fact the scoreboard has already been wrong 1 time in today's game, and we've only played an inning and a half of baseball. Cloud now working from the stretch with a runner at first. He's going to get the look and deliver the plate. They just didn't. Cloud coming set. Here's the 1-0. Tatum going to send this one up into the air to center fielder Chandler Lynn. Lynn makes the catch and throws it in. No go from the runner. And that'll be out number 2. With 2 down, that'll bring us to the top of the order for the Warriors to shortstop Brent Leggett.
Number 1, Brent. No doubles.
Cloud working from the runner, just getting his lead on a base hit. Here's the pitch. And that'll be in for a strike on Leggett, making it 0-1. Hit first to to left fielder Chase Musselman. Left, Lynn center, and Watson right. While coming second, here's the 1. This one's going to be lined up the middle, and Chandler Lynn is going to and make that play, and that'll be out number 3. So a 4-3 down for Cloud and his Bulldog defense. And the third Bulldog series 8-1, an unreached game here in Tattnall County as we break on 1-1.
Reedy Creek Meat Company, located at 204 Washington Street in Vidalia, has fresh farm Georgia-grown beef. Nothing never frozen, dry aged with no nitrates. Or get the 20-pound box. Mix or match meat of your choice. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 6 and Saturdays 9 to 3. That's Reedy Creek Meat Company at 204 Washington Street in Vidalia. Or give them a call at 912-386-4625.
Does your home have its own weather pattern? Rivers Air Conditioning and Heating can help you by servicing your current system or providing you with a new energy-efficient Linux system featuring innovative iComfort 530 thermostats that let you monitor and adjust your home temperature anywhere with your smartphone app. Call Rivers Heating and Air Conditioning at 912-537-8490 or visit us online at riversac.net.
Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Heritage Ag Supply and Lines.
Welcome back to Tattnall County here on today. The varsity, junior varsity. However, we're only bring varsity game here on Wild. There are This is good. This is good. This is good for the Bulldogs, considering they have a 1-6 record right now and are looking for some wins. Bryce Finley, first at bat, had a 2-run RBI single And he was followed by Cody Cortez, who had an RBI single. And it is for Bryson Stanley's playing third today for the Bulldogs, as he does. He is the starting third baseman for the team. Ethan DeLucia is still on the mound. The umpire cleaning off home plate. As I said, it's been raining ever so slightly, just enough. Feel messy. So sorry for the mothers that wash these white hats. Both teams are in white. The Bulls are in their white and the looking tops with white bottoms. First pitch to Stanley, missing for ball one. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike one. Stanley steps back in during the national anthem. I really can't tell who this team is. Here's the one in the dirt for Gonna be fast in this into left. That one down. Then I bring up Cody Cortez. That was a nice hit by Stanley. May or may not. Cortez steps in, looking for the hand side, and then an RBI single, which gave it of the first is missed. Here's the missing to make it so stop for Toombs. In Saturday's games, he went 0 for 3. He played 1. Set. Here's the 2-0. Again at the knee, strong one. 2 balls and on for Cody Cortez. Deloge. Pitch. This ball is going to be in the right field, and it's going to drop it. This game is to the top of the chair. With one down, Taylor Lennon is took that inning. Bulldogs leading 1 here in Deloach coming set the stretch. Cortez has his lead. Lennon showed bunt, pulled for ball 1. No good from Cortez. 1 strike on the left-handed hitter Chandler Lynn. Deloach getting Cortez. Here's the one. In a strike. Lynn. Chase Muscle. Musselman 1 for 2. Having a base hit and first at bat in the first and reaching on an error by the third base in his second at bat in the first, which a run scored on that pitch, selling high for ball 2. And 2 balls and 1 strike. Look onto the mound. I think here this time kind of high school baseball field. Here's the 2-1. And that's selling high to make it 3-1 strike Taylor Lynn's favor. As I mentioned earlier, with rain being added to this, it makes everything a bit for pitchers have to care how they in directions they don't want to. 3 and that's this missing. Give up 4 Chandler. Chandler Lynn has definitely have to be leading the team in walks. And he's been here for his this moment. But first set, one down. Third. Here's the pitch. Sale comes in and makes the catch. He's a baddie for one of the long. That second that. To look up the second, the need always. Here's the pitch. First pitch to Gordy is going to be missing high for ball one. Of course, in their first county, it was 2020. There's one. Base hit for me. The bases are low for clean up the batter. Still cloudy here in County. It looks like it could rain at any moment. Cross my fingers, it doesn't. Really. Gray Stevens stepping in, and today, too, I believe. Yeah, he's one for. Here's the. Stevens gets a hold of this one, sends it deep to the right field or left field corner. He looped that ball over there. One. Sending Tattnall County Battle Crew Area go down there to get that foul ball. He could do that again. That would score one run easily, possibly two. Chandler Lynn is fast. And second, here's the other one. And that's high level to make it 1-1 on Steven. Ball and one strike on the right-handed hitter. Delicious. Bases loaded. Here's the 1-1. Off back into the net for strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gray Stevens, who's playing first base today for the Bulldogs. Ethan DeLoach coming back onto the mound. Bases juiced. He's working from the stretch. And here's the 1-2 to Stevens. Stevens gets up under this one and sends it into shallow. Shortstop went back. Shortstop Brent Higgins went back. They shallow center field to make that catch. And that'll be number 3 for the Bulldogs. For the third and didn't score any runs. They take a 1 lead into the bottom of the third inning and on Y101.
Jerry Marcel again. Y101 had a contest going to be the greatest station in the United States, and they had answered all the questions correctly, and this was the last question, and it was Tone's turn to answer it, and the question was, name the 4 seasons. And Tone thought a minute, and he said, that's easy. Salt, pepper, mustard, and vinegar.
This here story brought to you by them good old Wiggins boys up there at 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. When your head is hurting, or you got a cold, or your blood pressure's up, or you just feel sick, go by and see Brother Mike, the nurse practitioner at 537-2530. Or if your foot's are hurting, or you got an ingrown toenail, or you just can't hardly walk, go by and see Brother Mark, the foot doctor, at 537-2559. They might even sing to you or tell you a joke. That's Wiggins Associates at 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. They'll take care of you from head to toe. Thank you.
Hello, Betsy Rollins here again for Tar Land and Timber, located on US 1 South in Lyons, just before the Omaha River. My dad, Tommy Rollins, is the owner and operator of Tar Land and Timber. If you have questions about your timber, give my dad a call. Pine wood, pulpwood, hardwood. He does it all. He will give you the best price for your timber. The job will be done right. Give Tommy a call at 912-565-8850. And don't forget to tell him Betsy sent you.
Heritage Ag Supply has their seed potatoes in now, along with all your garden seed. It's time for liming your garden, and you can get it in bulk or bag. Don't forget it's time for pre-emergement on your lawn. For your fertilizer or garden needs, make it Heritage Ag Supply at 451 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons, or give them a call at 526-3858, or find us on the web. And we hope to see you there. Well, it's tax time, and Geiger Insurance and Tax Service at 114 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons can handle all your tax needs along with free quotes on your insurance. Nell Geiger can prepare your taxes, and they also do electronic filing. Give Geiger Tax and Insurance a call and find out how easy your tax preparation can be. Get ready to write this number down, 526-4220.
Hablamos español.
Check out these great deals going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts or Napa dealer in Lyons, like 8-foot battery booster cables, $8.99, or 10-foot battery booster cables, $14.99. Max Premium Starting Fluid, $1.99. Chevron Delo 400 SD HD diesel motor oil, $12.99 a gallon. 2.5 gallon of diesel DEF, $9.99. 20-piece SAE metric 12-point socket set, 3/8 drive for $29.99. There's some more great savings going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts or Napa dealer in Lyons, and we hope to see you there. Now back with more at Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by the Sandwich Shop on Green Street in Vidalia.
You always have a home field advantage with First Franklin Financial. Come see the friendly Franklin folks in Vidalia or apply online at www.onefc.com. First Franklin Financial is a proud supporter of Toombs County Bulldogs.
Most things in life aren't free, but thanks to Georgia's dual enrollment program, qualifying high school students can take college classes and get high school and college credit absolutely free. Southeastern Technical College offers an array of dual enrollment classes and programs to help find work right out of high school or build the foundation for a college career. For more information on free college credit for high school students, visit southeasterntech.edu.
Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you by Thriftway Galaxy Food Store and Line.
Welcome back to Tattnall County. Sorry about that. I have signaling issues. As I said, there's not the best of signal here today. And there's just not a lot of this field. And so far in this inning, it hasn't been the best innings for the Toombs County defense. They let a bunt get by, which put a runner at first, and now that runner got to second on an overthrow to pitcher Trey Cloud, and now some catcher interference from Tay Black, which puts him on first. So now there are runners on first from Tattnall County Battle Creek Warriors. Cloud working from the stretch, and he's going to bunt this one over to Gray Stevens, and we're going to throw to first and get the out there. Alex Gordy was covering, and runners are now have gotten down to second and third. So that was a successful bunt by Nick McCall. So the one down, and runners position for the time. I'll bring up center fielder Kennedy, in his first at bat reached on base hit, so kind of a dangerous guy here right now for the Bulldogs, especially with runners. Here's the pitch. This ball's going to be hit on the ground. The second baseman, Alex Gordy. One run's going to score. Gordy fields it, fires to first. To bat will be Willis, the catcher. In his first at bat, he flew out to right fielder Will Watts. Cloud working from the stretch, runner at third. And here's the pitch. It's going to be in the dirt, but Duke's blocking it up for ball one. leading 8-2 as we go to the top of County on Y101.
Darrell and Lucretia Nobles are proud supporters of the Toombs County High School baseball team, and a reminder that the next blood drive will be Monday, April the 6th from 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. at the Callaway Center in Lyons. And go Dog!
If you operate big diesel equipment, you've already got a fortune invested in it. You simply can't afford downtime. Call Stevens Truck Center right here in Lyons at 526-3118. Let their years of professional experience, top quality equipment, and best available parts have that equipment running at its money-making best. You'll save even more because we're local. You don't have to travel to who knows where for the best service. Call 526-3118. Stevens Truck Center in Lyons.
Now back with more of Toombs County Baseball, brought to you in part by Rivers Heating and Air and Electric, your local Lennox dealer. Give them a call at 537-8490.
And welcome back to Tattnall County. So sorry about that. We're still having some signal issues out here. I mean, if you drive from Reedville to Glenville, the school's here on your left. And if you notice, your cell phone and all your other devices that get signal loses service. If you lose service there, you're going to lose radio signal and all that good stuff, and so have you. So, but we're still broadcasting to you live from Tattnall County. Up to bat now for the Bulldogs will be senior Trey Cloud. The Bulldogs leading 8-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. Ethan Deloach has come out as a Tattnall County pitcher, and right now I believe they have Connor Durant. He's pitching to the left, and that is Connor Durant. Ethan Deloach pitched 3 innings. He allowed runs, and of those, I have 4 of them were earned. As far as hits go, he has allowed 8 hits for the Bulldogs. The scoreboard says 9. I don't know where they got that one from, but they allowed 8 hits for the Bulldogs. And he didn't have a Bulldog strikeout, and he walked 4 Bulldogs. There we go. And as I just said, he had no strikeouts. So again, welcome back to Tattnall County. Up to bat now for the Bulldogs will be pitcher Trey Cloud. And here's the pitch from Durant. Going to be in for a strike to Cloud at the knee for strike 1, and it's starting to sprinkle. It's going to be one of those games here tonight in Tattnall County. Here's 0-1, and that's good. Cloud once again, 0-2. See, when you're in the press box, you don't care about the weather. Either way, you're protected, but I'm not in the press box. I'm out in the elements. Here's the 0-2. It was a breaking ball. Cloud turning out of the way of it, and the umpire is going to say that it stayed inside. So, and here, 1-2. Durant coming set. Here's the 1-2. Cloud swinging. It's getting away from catcher Willis. Willis is going to field it and fire to first, and Cloud is out. So on a strikeout. With 1 down, that'll bring up Will Watts. In today's game, Watts is 1 for 2.
Number 14, Will Watts.
I know there's been a lot going on in today's game as far as the weather goes, but the good news is the Bulldogs have a game Thursday and Friday, and they're making up a rained-out game against Coffee County at home on Saturday, and the weather for those 3 days is supposed to be great. Hopefully there'll be no rain. But as for right now, it's still raining. It's sprinkling. I have a towel, it's a microfiber cloth in my car, and I'm going to use it to wipe all the equipment down. I mean, I don't see anything smoking yet. We're doing good. The Bulldogs leading the Battle Creek Warriors 8-2 here in the top of the fourth. 1 down. Here's the pitch to Watts. It's low and inside for ball 1. Watts today is 1 for 2. The base hit in the first. The center fielder Caleb Kennedy in second. Here's the pitch. Watts getting under this one, but fouling it off, and it's going to get out of play. For strike one. And everybody's returning back to their spot. Catch Aiden Willis is coming back behind the plate. And the drops are starting to miss. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. 1-1 strike on Watts. Here's the pitch. Missing for ball 2. Ball's 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Watts back to the shortstop. Leg it. Fires. And that'll be out number 2. With 2 down, that'll bring up sophomore catcher Jason Dukes. Dukes is 0 for 1 today with a run scored. I mean, it's been doing it since the beginning, and it'll go and it'll stop, and just when you think it's done, it'll do it some more. Here's the 2-out pitch to Dukes. And it looks like he gets the bottom part of this. Dukes is going to try to beat it out, and he does not. And that'll be a 3-3 down. Without a defense. At the bottom in Tattnall County on 101.
Zaxby's Caribbean Jerk Chicken is just like a vacation in the tropics, only without the sunburn. Or the dive-bombing seagulls. Or all of that pesky sand.
How'd it get in there?
Well, at least it tastes like the tropics. Enjoy our famous chicken tossed in a tropical blend of spicy habanero, fruity mango, and exotic island spices. The Caribbean Jerk boneless wings and the new filet sandwich meal. 2 more reasons you'll get a kick out of Zaxby's.
Check out the great deals going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your Thoroughfare Galaxy food store lines like Lee's Smoked Bacon Ends and Pieces, $9.98. 24-ounce Del Monte ketchup, 78 cents. Austin peanut butter crackers, 5 for $5. 8-pack of High C fruit drinks, 5 for $5. Lady Stack potato crisp, 67 cents. There's some more great savings going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your Thoroughfare Galaxy food store lines, and we hope to see you there. Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Wiggins Associates in Vidalia.
Welcome back to Tattnall County here on Y101. As the Bulldogs are playing the Tattnall County Warriors in a non-region game here in Tattnall County, and they're leading the Warriors 8-2. You know, there aren't a lot of games that I want to get over, like I'm just dreading calling. I'm having a fun time calling this game. It's just I'm tired of dealing with the rain. The crowd can probably see the expression on my face. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't like that there's water all over this equipment. But, you know, you have to deal with things sometimes, and this is what I'm dealing with. The Bulldogs could score about 10 more runs and call this game in the 5th inning, 6th inning, whenever they do run rule here in high school baseball. That would work fantastically for me. The Bulldogs are playing fantastically here tonight, so not too many complaints from me. Trey Cloud still on the mound for the Tattnall County, for the County Bulldogs. We're getting lined up. Here's the pitch. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Kirkland Purcell in his first at bat grounded out to shortstop Cody Cortez. Here's the pitch, and that's missing low for ball 2. Here's a 2-1 from Cloud. And it's going to be in for a strike. Make the count even at 2 on Purcell. And you'll never guess what it's doing, ladies and gentlemen. It's raining again. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 on Kirkland Purcell. One down to bring up pitcher Connor Durrance, who started the game playing first for the Battle Creek Warriors, who is now pitching.
Connor Durrance.
Here's a pitch from Cloud, and it's missing. Ball one. Durrance reached on a base hit. Is it first at bat in the bottom of the second inning? Here's a pitch. Missing high for ball two. Two balls and no strikes. Durrance, here's the pitch. This ball's going to be sent high up into the air, over towards right center. Chandler Lynn drifting to his left and makes the catch. Route number 2. 2 down. That'll bring up Parker Tatum. Second baseman Tatum in his first at bat flew out to center fielder Chandler Lynn, and the rain is getting harder. Here's the pitch. Missing for ball one. Here's the 1-0 from Cloud. That'll be in for a strike, make the count even at 1. One ball and one strike on Parker Tatum. Here's the 1-1. Missing high to make it 2-1. Now the rain looks like we're at a consistency here. It's not letting up. Here's the 2-1. He gets a piece of this one and fouls it off for strike 2. I think you have to play 5 complete innings for a game to be called early in high school baseball. But they're not going to do that. As long as there's no lightning, they'll probably keep playing. Parker Tatum steps back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Plow working from the windup. Here's the 2-2. And he gets him with an off speed. Fouls it off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. He gets under this one, fouls it out of play. Bulldogs leading 8-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And missing for ball 3. Yeah, the rain's getting harder. I refuse. I have an umbrella, but I mean, full count pitch from Cloud. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, and thank God. We're going to take a break going into the top of the 5th inning. Bulldogs leading the Warriors 8-2 here on Y101.
The Sandwich Shop, located at 213 Green Street in Vidalia, has all your fresh homemade sandwiches. Amy and the gang can fix you a sandwich with over 20 different varieties of sandwiches, from the common BLT to a Philly steak and cheese. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Give them a call at 537-9263. Hope to see you there.
All Care Pharmacy's Care Plus packaging can eliminate your need to worry about monthly prescription refills and save you valuable time and money by having to make only one trip to the pharmacy each month to pick up routine medications. We'll organize your prescriptions by dose and package them for your convenience, all at no additional cost. Never give out of medication again after hours or on weekends. Call Debbie Holly at 912-524-0100 for more information.
Jerry Marcel again. Y101 had a contest going to be the greatest station in the United States, and they had answered all the questions correctly, and this was the last question, and it was Tone's turn to answer it, and the question was, name the 4 seasons. And Tone thought a minute, and he said, that's easy. Salt, pepper, mustard, and vinegar.
This here story brought to you by them good old Wiggins boys up there at 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. When your head is hurting, or you got a cold, or your blood pressure's up, or you just feel sick, Go by and see Brother Mike, the nurse practitioner at 537-2530. Or if your foot's are hurting or you got an ingrown toenail or you just can't hardly walk, go by and see Brother Mark, the foot doctor, at 537-2559. They might even sing to you or tell you a joke. That's Wiggins Associates at 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. They'll take care of you from head to toe. Thank you.
Go. And welcome back to Tattnall County. The inevitable has happened. We're in a rain delay here in Tattnall County High School. The Bulldogs are leading the Battle Creek Warriors 8-2 here in Tattnall County in an on-region game. We've made it through 4 complete innings of baseball. The Bulldogs have played fantastically. They've had a fantastic offense, scoring all 8 of the runs in the first inning. And as of right now, we're in a rain delay, so I'm going to send it back to the station until we get ready to come out of the rain delay, but the rain's blacking off. And I'm going to make my way to my car and get some type of something to dry off everything.